Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Tyler. Basically, what I'm bringing to you guys today is quite possibly the strangest thing I have ever witnessed. With how it happened and why it happened, even though it is a pretty bad occurrence, it has become an inside joke between me and the friend that it has happened to just because of the circumstances. Um, People at our job call him Crash, and it is just hilarious. Anyways, let's get started. All right, to begin with, I just want to give you guys some context so you can place yourself in our shoes and understand the situation more. So, my friend Gage is a brother to me. I've known this guy since I was 9. We hung out every day for years until, we got jobs and girls and we just had to go down our own paths. But we still talk, we hang out more than normal people because that's my boy. But a while back, Gage's truck kind of broke down. He was already having to pay for his tag to fix his truck. Valentine's Day was coming up at the time. He had to get his girl a gift for her birthday, so he was already in a shitty predicament. So the day of the accident, I wake up. It's a pretty ordinary day, doing ordinary things. I brush my teeth, I shower, get dressed. Then I call Gage asking him if he needed a ride to school, since at that time, that's what I did most mornings. He said no, my grandpa's letting me borrow his car. Great, cool. I was fine with that. So we get to school, we hang out for a little bit. Then we proceed to go into boring hours of school where you learn junk. You know, After fourth hour, lunch comes around. Me and Gage normally go to lunch together and go eat at the restaurants around our school. Come to find out, he don't want to go, that's cool. Dick move, but it's cool. Fast forward even more until after school. I walked my girl to her car after school. We had a little talk. Wink, wink. Just kidding, guys. But Gage usually waits on his girl and takes her home. So as I get to my car and I start it up, I back out and start driving. And to my right, I see Gage. Mind you, this is still in the parking lot. So we lose sight of each other and we just head home. I pull out onto the road next to the school. And after school, we have these awful traffic jams. High schoolers cannot drive. And I admit, I'm still in high school. I'm a senior in high school. I cannot drive. I be doing some stupid stuff, but it's just impulse. I don't know how I passed that driving test, but I did, so woohoo. So I see this long line of cars in one lane, but there's none in mine. As I'm cruising in my lane, fine and dandy, I look to my left, up ahead. I see his grandpa's car. So any friend, would roll down their window, say, hey. So I'm doing so. I pull up next to him. From his side of the story, he says he was just trying to get into the other lane and saw me, so he was going to say, hey. As I'm pulling up, the light turns green and all the cars start going forward. Normal, nothing wrong with that. As my car lines up with his, we look each other eye to eye, and he gives me this casual head nod. I give one back, then so quickly, this man went ragdoll. As he hits the car in front of him, then that car hits the one in front of it, and then the next one does the same. Oh my god. Oh, it's fucked up to say, but it's funny just because I was still looking at him and the car as this happened. The stop was so abrupt. I looked to my brother who was with me in the car because I take him home after school, and I just gave him this look. And I was like, oh, hell no. Like, legit, it was so shocking. And it's taken me about a week to absorb it in and accept the fact that this happened. So after that bit of astonishment, we pulled into the McDonald's, and this is right next to where that crash happened. By the way, Gage was only going 10 miles per hour tops. It's just everyone was bumper to bumper, and I don't even know how you could cause that to happen going that slow. He wasn't on the gas. He wasn't doing anything. He just took his foot off the brake, let it slowly go forward. So, like I said, I pull into that McDonald's. We sit there, and I call Gage. I'm like, bro, are you okay? He said, yeah, man, I'm all good. but he was oddly calm about it. If I was in that situation, I'd be freaking out. I'd be thinking, what is my mom going to do? What is my family going to say? This man, he had it under control, and I mean that. So I watch as 6 people get out of each of the cars, like in total. And Gage is pointing at the Dollar General parking lot behind the McDonald's I'm at, and he's suggesting that they go into that parking lot. Uh, when I see that, I look at my brother and say, he's going to work today. He is going to work today because this man Gage was already complaining about having to pay the tag, having to pay for his girl's gifts. His truck was broke, and that's going to cost a lot of money. Jesus. And then he has to pay for the ticket and the insurance increase. Gosh. But so we just sit there, we're bursting out laughing because he already had so much to pay for. After they pull into the parking lot, I leave the McDonald's and I pull up next to him. He walks towards my car, tells me to roll down the window, and this man is striding towards me like an elegant gazelle. I kid you not. And I could just see this evil look in his eye. I said he was calm before, and he was calm still, but there was just this aura about him. So he gets to my window, passenger side by my brother. He's just pointing down, telling me to roll down the window. And he just has this dumbfounded look on his face. And you could just see the evilness, the pissed offity. I have to make up words for it. That's how pissed he was. He just looks at me, shakes his head, and just says, just go. Just go. I don't even want to see you right now. He was so pissed. I was just driving, man. I was just driving. He was the one that took his eyes off the road. Not my problem. But I did feel bad. Like, I felt so bad. I mean, because low key, it was like 20% my fault. 20%. I head home. I call him again 15 minutes later and told him I'm sorry. I did feel partially responsible. I offered to pay for some of it, but he calmed down and said it was his fault and I did nothing wrong. And at that point in time, the cop had just arrived. So I'm just chilling. I'm getting settled in. And after all of that bullshit, Gage texts me saying, hey, bro, let's play Fortnite when I get home. Like, what the fuck? If I was in that position, I know damn well I wouldn't be worrying about no Fortnite. I would be crying. I would be pissed. I wouldn't know what to do. Cause 4 damn cars, bro. 4 damn cars. Oh my god. And then the next message, I didn't respond to that one because I was just like, nah, he's playing. He's being sarcastic. The next one saying, Fortnite is love. Fortnite is life. But I'm down to play some Fortnite. And he was at his grandparents', so, an awkward moment when I have to go pick him up after I just partially caused his wreck was soon to come. So I get in my car. I go by to pick him up. His grandparents' house really isn't that far, but his house itself is. So I go by, I pick him up, and it was awkward as fuck. I mean, he just got in a wreck with 4 cars. It was unreal. So it was a silent drive for a good 5 minutes. Then we come to a stop. I just look at him and give him the same head nod he gave me before the crash, and we just bursted out laughing. I'm talking the laugh where you cannot stop, you cannot breathe, you are just happy as fuck in that moment. And it was the funniest shit ever. I will hold this incident to him for the rest of his life. Obviously, it would be a different story if someone got hurt, but he was only going 10 miles per hour. It was just a mistake. It was a little thing. I mean, he just ended up with a $300 ticket for inattention to driving, and he has to pay however much his insurance is raised. Long story short, he is never looking over at me on the road again, ever. Hey guys, I just want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead, give me a like, and if possible, subscribe. Show my channel some love. You know, I just do this because I find it fun. I like telling people my stories. I like showing people my gameplay. That's just how I am. So if you want to see more of this content, just let me know in the comments. Show my channel some love, and I'll definitely see the growth. But yeah, thank you guys. Have a nice day.
Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't waste my time then. I just been living online, my city don't show me no love, and that's fine. Fuck local radio stations, I got more plays than all of these rappers combined. I'm going again, I've been going in, I'm fed up with so many things, I gotta just let it all out. I'm talking about the shit they've been talking about.